I figured he was crying last episode too because he knows that lady is his mama.
And she's leaving.
Yeah. That was really sad. You know what was weird? Stop being emotional. It just sneaks up on me sometimes. Anyways, when he was hugging her, it's normally like alright. So he grabbed Momo from behind and she don't want to be grabbed. So it's like, let her go, right? But at the same time, they sneak in like, yo, he's really going through a hard time. And he has no one. He has nobody to go to, and he probably just cannot explain the story to anybody or maybe his advisor. I'm going to nobody. I'm going to assume his advisor knows, but I won't spend too much energy on that. I just know there's not a lot of people he can confide in. And this is going to be his person.
That man loneliness, that's what you identified with. When you said you got I got emotional when it was happening. I was ready to call him a creep. Yes, and then he was crying and he pulled her in tight and I was like, oh, don't cry like a bitch right now. I was like, I'm not going to say I need that right now, but don't. Like, oh, stay strong. So when you just said it again, I was like, yeah, nigga.
All of us go through that. I don't care what the bravado is, what it is.
Male loneliness is real.
I remember my pops who was lashing out, beating everybody up in the crib, man. Every now and then I would catch him by himself in the room crying. Because one of his children wasn't following his instructions. That was actually funny in hindsight. But yeah, because he's so manly. He exudes, and then it's manly to cry. I got it. Anyways, he's so manly, exudes all that stuff. So to catch his vulnerability when no one's around, and it was just interesting. We never talked about it because he taught me not to cry, and my mom taught me not to cry. He was like caught him crying. So
crazy.
Yep.
I see men cry like all the time.
Well, because in church though. In church, they basically empower you to cry.
Yeah. It's good to let it out.
They let it out. In fact, you're the most manly person in church if you cry. Oh, look at Pastor so-and-so. He was crying. Brother so-and-so, he was crying.
There's something about like, at first, it's like weird, right? But when you get used to it, it's almost like you get some kind of relief to it. Because when you see a man cry, you don't know what to do. Like, as a woman, like it's just like, what do I do? But when you get past that initial like, you're not used to seeing men cry and stuff.
Grossness, you mean?
I don't think it's gross. It's almost there's something nice to see like them, you know, release any sort of frustration or something in such a, you know, like, oh, you're just a person, like, you know, because as a girl sometimes, you know, even seeing like my father and stuff, it's like you think they're invincible, and especially when they're harsh and stuff. My dad is kind of like that hard love type of thing, tough love. So it's like you don't expect them to be all like emotional.
You definitely emotional in your mom. I'm gonna keep listening.
Yeah. And when they break down stuff like, oh, you try to hold this family together, and here I am trying to make it difficult.
That's why he's so harsh.
Sorry, you know.
That's why he's so harsh. You know what he's holding in.
He try to make sure you're not in the streets, you know. And it's just like, dang, I understand now. I respect you even more for it.
My last thing, back on the church, because y'all don't want to listen to church, but I find that the males who cry the most in church tend to be the most connected / most powerful individuals in the church. They got a very strong social circle and or respect in the church. The more they crying, I'm not saying they crying and they're more powerful, but there's a relation to them crying and how popular / powerful they are in church. This is fascinating. I remember some of those inspirational brothers in the church. They would just be crying just like that. They preach the gospel to you in 2 minutes. Waterworks. Respected. Married. Mad kids. Whatever it is, bro. Go to church and let it out. Interesting. Yeah. If you're struggling and trying, you know, get some girls, whatever, go to church, just cry, bro. Just let it all out. The girls will go, oh, he's coming to the Lord.
Oh, I'm toxic, bro. I'm worried. Like, I'm like, what? My church? Ain't nobody else crying. What?
I'm sorry, bro.
I'll never cry.
You'll be saying the same speech. You'll say the same speech up there, like on the stand or something, and you might not be listening, but you start hearing like a sob or something. All of a sudden, everything that you're thinking about don't even matter. You listen 100% to what this person is saying because they start to cry, and then it hits different. Like I feel that. Like all of a sudden, that whatever they're saying is like that's for me. That's for they're talking to me. You know.
I'm broken. I see it now.
You haven't had a safe space.
It's a safe space to cry.
This man couldn't even cry at his church. That's wild.
That's like the
poor guy. And he's looking at us like we crazy or whatever.
Either y'all crazy or I'm broken. Nah, I accept that I might be broken.
He was like, cry. Now he's
No, I accept that I might be broken. I'll do it on my own time, but at church?
Church is the
in front of my shawty?
That's the yes. If your shawty cannot tolerate you crying in church, she's not the one. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that. In church, that's the vulnerable spot.
A lot of toxic guys will say you're not supposed to cry either.
In church?
I accept that you're supposed to cry. I accept you do it in solitude, in the dark, where nobody can ever confirm it. Or on camera, but you try to hold it down.
I feel you, bro.
Thank you.
I got you.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too.
That's okay.
You might feel like, nah, I'm not crying. Like, oh, look at him. He's holding something back. He's still.
It means that you're holding something even stronger back so that no one knows.
Facts.
And that's just like
years of trauma pent up. Shall never escape this body.
As he smiles to make us feel like everything is okay.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
It's okay. Dang, I feel it.
Stop! And you know I couldn't stop with one channel. Be sure to check out the YaBoyRockLee subsidiary channels in the description of this video. Much love, guys.